Y'all ever had a movie that you would watch the hell out of as a kid? Then you found out there was a game based off of it? I would assume so because, like, I feel like if you were born in the late 90s and early 2000s, movie tie-in games were, like, a staple in your childhood. And they were, like, insanely popular at the time. For me, I grew up with various games on the PS2 and GameCube, such as Spider-Man 1 and 3, Pirates of the Caribbean, TMNT, SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, the game. But one franchise has always been the most popular out of all of them, though, okay? This has been the big ol', the kingpin of the movie tie-in games. And that was... You see, I grew up playing the Lego Star Wars games on the PS2 and GameCube, then Battlefront 2. Goated game, by the way. But I played the shit out of the Revenge of the Sith game. Might be hands down one of the best Star Wars games out there, at least in like top 5 maybe. Also, something to keep in mind is that I fucking love this movie, okay? It's easily my favorite out of the series. And the fact that a game was made out of this amount of effort and quality, it was truly a wonderful experience. Also, something I just learned that this game came out May 9th, 2005. The movie premiered on May 19th, 2005. So literally 10 days before the movie came out. Imagine buying this game and playing it before watching the movie and spoiling the shit out of yourself. I mean, like, that's just insane to me. So, strap in, ladies and gentlemen, for my take on what might be one of the most underrated Star Wars games out there.
Fulfill your destiny.
So the story of the game is essentially a retelling of the entire movie, but with some twist here and there, mostly additional stuff that just bring out more context. I actually think playing this game right after watching the movie can enhance the experience of Revenge of the Sith in general. It's like actually really awesome. This game has like 17 levels. Okay, seems like a, you know, like a pretty thick experience. First level literally starts you off at the literal beginning of the movie. Breaking into the Separatist ship to rescue Chancellor Palpatine, slice up droids, use the Force to jump a bunch.
Force jump, Anakin!
Okay, first of all, Obi-Wan, that was like right in my fucking ear. You don't have to shout. Burn holes in doors! Something I've always wanted to do as a kid since like Phantom Menace. Then you fight droids that will literally give you the perfect cell treatment. And then you slice some of, what is that? What is that, Tesla coils? And then finally make your way to Count Dooku, where you get to duel him 1v1. Really cool fight. I like how it changes from place to place as the fight goes on. The lightsaber combat is really satisfying and is a great introduction to how future duels will be. You kill Count Dooku and then you try to escape, but you end up getting caught by General Grievous. And the scene pretty much plays out like it does in the movie, with Grievous just idly standing there watching you kill his guys. Like, he's literally just chilling there, doesn't even give a single fuck. After the fight, the Jedi crash the ship into the planet, and then, wait, hold on. That was 6 levels? We're only 25 minutes into the movie. Okay, that's like a little under half of the game's length. I mean, what the fuck? Okay, but, and like, we're still scraping the surface of the movie. Anyways, so the next level has us playing as Obi-Wan on a mission to investigate Utapau. General Grievous is holding, I guess, these political figures hostage or some shit. I don't know. You know, you slice up some more droids, sneak around the base, and by sneaking around, I really just mean piloting a fucking turret and blowing up their shields, just causing mass destruction. Fuck it, why not, right? Once you make it up to the funny haha meme scene.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
You battle all these droids, and Commander Cody's troop comes down and assists you. Okay, this is actually so fucking cool. Like just this entire section alone makes me geek the fuck out. After slicing up some tubes, you fight this big version of the spider crab droids from the movie. Literally, you just grab him over and 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 over again. And, you know, he's annoying as hell at first, but, like, once you understand how to actually beat him, it's just too damn easy. Then the climactic bullshit fight with General Grievous happens. This motherfucker literally just nonstop slashes at you, barely giving you any time to like try to counter or strike back or whatever. Once you persevere and kill Grievous for being an uncivilized person, Anakin snitches on Palpatine because he finds out that he was secretly a Sith Lord. Well, okay, wait, hold on. Oh, wow, okay, there was quite a bit of context cut out of the story leading up to this point. Like, you get these little exposition pieces written before you play the level, but like, that's quite the shift this fast. Anyways, Mace Windu takes what Anakin had told him to heart and begins the fierce battle with Palpatine. This next level is just a really cool duel against Mace Windu. Might be my second favorite boss fight of the game. Once you beat him, Palpatine grooms you into being his little Sith kitten and execute Order 66. This next level might be actually like the best of like in the entire game, since we are now Darth Vader pre-robot form, slaying Jedi Padawans and other masters. This is actually awesome since like it's not just redoing the movie, but like expanding upon some scenes and adding more context. By this point in the game, you gain the ability to use Force Lightning, and you have grown way stronger than you have from the beginning of the game, right? So you really feel like the dark side has given you so much power. Just massacring and slaying all these fucking Jedi. It's so sick. You have a whole level that's literally just dueling two Jedi, Sarah and Sin Drawling. These duels are great, but they can also just be sometimes straight up bullshit. Like, I found myself having a 50-50 shot if the AI is gonna fuck me like a pig or roll over like a cat and show his belly. Yeah. There is just a bit of inconsistency when it comes to the difficulty. Using the Force techniques and special moves really do help in these cases. One problem I have with this, and this is a very minor nitpick, and this is really stupid, but the fact that I have to refight Sarah if I die to Sin, like, there couldn't have been a checkpoint right after the first fight, because you essentially have to restart this entire section every time you die. It's annoying as shit, and I am being a gripey little bitch about it, and, I'm just getting skill diffed by the AI. But still, though, like, my point still stands. Like, just put a fucking checkpoint there. After you slaughter the Jedi scum, Obi-Wan gets ready to leave Utapau, but then he just gets jumped by Commander Cody and his boys, killing some clones, riding on top of a massive tank, and get the fuck out of there. Then you cut to Anakin being sent to this lava planet called Mustafar, and go murder all of these leaders of the Separatist army, Viceroy Gunray. Easily one of the best levels right next to the slaying the Jedi level beforehand until the end of the level. Okay, this boss fight sucks ass, but it's a really cool concept. You make it to the leaders, you kill them one by one, all badass like, right? Really cool. And then one of them gets into a ship and starts shooting at you. Now, you can use the Force to throw things or throw your lightsaber, but the problem with it is that the tracking lock-on mechanic for grabbing and throwing shit sucks balls. If you get lucky, you can end this fight really quickly, but if you cannot get this stupid blue aura to actually do its job, then you're gonna be here for a while. More on this later when I talk about gameplay, because this is one of my biggest problems with the fucking game. Obi-Wan and Yoda regroup and go through the archives and find out what Anakin did to the Jedi. Now we have finally made it to the end. Obi-Wan versus Anakin. Regardless of your thoughts of what the prequels are and how you feel about them, I think most people will agree that this duel is truly the greatest out of all the other lightsaber fights in the franchise. For this fight to be represented in just a boss fight has got to be a really challenging, feat to behold. And it's pretty much just an overtly long duel with 6 phases, but you know what? I don't really care. It's still fucking cool. So, I will say that this does come back to the AI bullshit thing, though, because this fight can take quite a bit of time, especially if the AI feels like actually fucking trying. Because when it does try, oh yeah, no, it's gonna fuck me hard. And then, after a long-winded battle, Obi-Wan obtains the high ground and shits on Anakin, leaving him to burn alive in the lava. Then he gets found by Palpatine and then gets turned into James Earl Jones Cyborg and says, no! Also, I find it unfortunate that we never got a Yoda versus Palpatine fight, which is one of the most dopest fights in this in the entire series. It's really fucking cool. Anyways, after beating the game, you get another duel where you can play as Anakin and actually kill Obi-Wan instead. Yeah, I guess in this version of the story, the high ground got nerfed and the force jump got buffed in the patch notes. Then Anakin just kills Palpatine later. So like, okay. All right, that's cool. Everyone you love's dead now. What the fuck? It's a cool little what if scenario, but like that's about it. There are also some bonus missions in like one. Includes the iconic Darth Vader versus Old Man Kenobi from Episode 4. This is really fucking awesome, actually, and it just sort of wraps up the rivalry right there. Like it just gives it like a really cool conclusion, and they even include like actual scenes from Episode 4. Any reason to let me play as Darth Vader, like I'll take it. Like it's just awesome. There's also a dueling mode, which I thought was really cool at the time when I was playing it. And it still does hold up quite a bit. It's probably the closest we're going to get to like a Star Wars fighting game experience that's actually good.
You are no match for the dark side.
So the gameplay really shines when it comes to combat. Like, they really wanted to make you feel like a Jedi. It's nowhere near as crazy and insanely fun as Force Unleashed, obviously, right? But what's here is the step in the right direction. This saber combat feels so fucking good. Hacking and slashing enemies just feels so satisfying as ever. Doing combos works. Some of them look really sick, like Obi-Wan doing a grab spin kick thing. He never does that in the movies, but it's still cool as hell. Whenever the game takes liberties and does something new, it really does shine. Also, I'd like to go back to the previous issue I talked about earlier. There is this blue aura that like surrounds an enemy, and it's essentially like the lock-on mechanic to like target an opponent. This aura is really finicky, and its usage of the Force feels kind of like a gamble since you're wide open to attack. And, you know, sometimes I find myself trying to do like an action with the Force, but then the target goes to the wrong person, so I end up using the Force on the wrong person, and then even though I'm literally looking at them straight on, the accuracy is just very inconsistent much of the time. Also, the Force meter management is really fucking annoying, especially when you have to do
Force jump!
It drains your Force meter, and if you don't have enough, you have to wait for more to build up over time. You can build it up by killing enemies, but like, if you use the last of your energy, you're going to be sitting there for a moment. Why do these traversal gimmicks need to be tied down to your actual meter? I don't really understand, like, what's the purpose in doing that? It's really fucking stupid. There is one aspect of the gameplay, though, that I love so much. This game is technically an RPG in some ways. As you're slaying away at enemies, you gain XP that you use to unlock new abilities. What sets this apart is skill-based grinding. So, the better you perform in combat, meaning taking little damage, maintaining the flow of combat, increases this little meter, and each section is a different level of XP you will get. And each sections represent different levels of XP you get after killing an enemy. So you essentially receive what you give. I fucking love this concept. The only other games I can think of at the top of my head that give like performance-based experience points are like Batman Arkham games and Devil May Cry. And I'm sure there's still plenty of other games that have done this. It's just, you know, these are the two that come to my mind. In my eyes, if I'm ever playing a game, I would like to have the rewards I obtain match the amount of work I've put in. And this works really well. Words cannot express how much I recommend this game to the community of Star Wars fans. Alright, well that's about it. I'm gonna go play Battlefront 2 and pray that one day we'll get the third one. I know we won't, but a man can still fucking dream.